Welcome to this business presentation, and let me start with the best-selling author Paul Zane Pilzer, who was talking in his books about the #1 business opportunity of the future. And that is educating people about products and services that will improve their lives. Now, what does he mean by that? In other words, is identify a serious problem that affects a lot of people. Now, second thing, find an effective and cost-effective solution to this problem, and then be ahead of the curve. Now, we will present today to you the mega trend that you are already participated, and on top of that mega trend is another mega trend that we are creating, and how you can take part in the second of the megatrend on top of another megatrend. Now you will figure this out in a few moments. What do I mean by that? Now, we are the world market leader for test-based nutrition. And let me start with the company. The company was founded by two amazing individuals, Orion and Hilde Sale, and it was a family company in the beginning, but it grew into a giant publicly traded company today with many co-owners, myself also a co-owner of the company. It's represented in many different continents of the planet. We have scientifically proven best of the class products, and we ship those products to over 100 countries in the world. And we even have a foundation that we improve lives of children that are not so fortunate as we are. Now, in NASDAQ, we were published many years ago already. And last year, so all our financial data and everything about us is open source. You can check it on Google, through NASDAQ or Zinzino shares, Zinzino NASDAQ. We made 176 billion Swedish krona last year of turnover, which converts into approximately 176 million euros. And we are a direct sales association member in all of the countries that we operate in. Now, the double-digit growth is every year, and last year we did 23%, when many companies on this planet are going now flat or sometimes even declining because the times are not so good on this planet today. But we are growing really fast, and let me explain why. There is a reason for that. So the mega trend that you are already a part of is that our food is getting worse and worse. And that's a mega trend. It happens in every corner of the world, and it happens with you. If you tested your food 10 years or 20 years ago, you would have had much better food and much better balance of ingredients. Today, you have worse balance of ingredients, and I could almost bet that in 10 years from now, we will have even worse food than today. So this is a mega trend. Now, we are creating a mega trend on top of this mega trend, which is called test-based nutrition. Now, we should stop guessing about things these days because technologies, they evolved to the degree that you can test many, many things, and including nutrition. Now, many companies out there are selling different products that nobody ever tested in the real world. So they just say, believe me, this is the best. But people are tired of believing. They want to see the proof. They want to feel the proof, and they want to see it on the tests. And that's what we are creating. Now, is there a need for that? Yes, absolutely. 500 million people are already on omega-3 supplements. On the most sold supplement on the whole planet is omegas. Now, and that has a reason. It's not a coincidence. You will find it out in a couple moments. Now, 1 billion people take vitamins on and off once in a while. Only less than 30 people in Europe do not take vitamins ever. So basically, this is a market of almost everyone in the Western society. People want to somehow balance their diets, their food, their supplements. Now, the sad truth and also the happy truth for us in business is that tests show, and now we have performed over 1,361,000 tests so far, and they show that most of the people who were tested, 97%, fail the test completely. The test comes out red, although they are taking omega-3 supplements and other supplements, which means that many companies are selling supplements that are not so very well functioning. Now, so this is a mega trend. Just imagine for a moment 97% of people worldwide have a deficit and imbalance. Independent laboratory that we test, we use that. They confirm with a scientific test that this is really true for each individual. So this is individualized. And 97% of those who were tested, they need a solution now, not tomorrow, not in a year, not in 100 years. They actually need it yesterday already, and you can offer it to them. That is a very sweet spot. That is a gold mine. So, well, if you want to know a bit more about the products, that's going to be on Thursday, 8:30 set time, Central European time, the same time as today. The link is going to be productsthursday.online. So if you want to know more and dig very deep into the products, come on this meeting. But let me now show you a little bit, just a short glimpse in what is it and why do we have this problem. So the problem is this: our food has changed, and now we have three very big deficiencies in food. We have lack of micronutrients, minerals, and micro phytonutrients. So that's number three problem. Number two is the fiber for the gut, the good fiber, prebiotic fiber for the gut, good bacteria. And if we don't have those, then we have a lot of problems in our body. But number one, the most important, absolutely the most important, backed by all the science on the planet, is omegas. Now, the difference between omega-6s and omega-3s is huge today. And why is it so? Omega-6s is the foods that you eat the most today. Now, let me list you some of the foods that have zero omega-3 and are loaded with omega-6. So anything that has flour. So if you eat pastas and pizzas and sometimes a cake or a cookie, it has zero of omega-3. Now, but some of you may think, oh, I'm eating well. I'm eating potatoes, I'm eating tomatoes and cucumbers and onions and garlic, and all of those have zero omega-3. Now, well, some of you think I'm eating salads and I'm eating, some porridge, and that has zero omega-3. So we are all in trouble today with overload of omega-6 and very low omega-3 in our diets. So now, historically, genetically, we are programmed for 1-to-1 ratio. Equal amount of omega-6 and omega-3 should be in our cells of every place in the body. So your brain, your liver, your lungs, your skin, every single organ in your body should have equal amount of omega-6 to omega-3s, but you are not supplying with equal amount. You basically supply 15 times disbalanced food. Now, well, just if we look at the tests today, the ratios are 15 to 25 to 1, depending on the country. Now, this affects every single organ and system of the body. Your body is not functioning properly. Your brain, you may feel tired in the morning, although you slept the whole night. And you say, maybe I just slept not so well. But the real fact is that your brain lacks omega-3 and it has difficulty to really rest. Now, some of you may not concentrate your attention, and some of you have kids who have difficulty with concentrating attention. And one of the reasons is disbalance between omega-6s and omega-3s. And many people have cardiovascular issues, and that starts with omega-6 to omega-3 disbalance. And many people have pains in the back, in the joints, everywhere in their body, which also is too much inflammation that is created by disbalance between omega-6s and omega-3s. And as if it was not enough, there is one more thing on top of it. Every single cell with this balance of omega-6 to omega-3 has a difficulty to absorb the nutrients inside and to get rid of the waste. So basically what I'm saying here is if you have this balance of omega-6s and omega-3s, which most probably is, then your cells, all of your cells, are starving because they lack nutrients, key nutrients, and they are intoxicated by their own metabolites. So what science recommends, if you want to be healthy, if you want to prevent yourself from many issues with health, and if you want to be a long liver, living long and look young, the first thing to fix is the omega-6 to omega-3 balance. Now, how do you know? So many people, sometimes we meet people who ask, so do you take omega-3s? And they say, oh, yeah, I do, of course. It's important. I know. I read about it. My doctor recommended it. There's plenty of articles that say that omegas are important. Of course I do. And then we ask, how do you know if it really works for you? And here is the problem. They don't know. Most of the people on the planet, they have no clue if their omegas are really functioning, but there's no need to guess about it anymore. It's already 20 years that in the market, you can go to some of the laboratories on the planet and check your omega-6 to omega-3 balance. So up till today, we are using one of the best laboratories on the planet, one of those that does this test in Oslo, next to the University of Oslo, next to the Innovation Center of Oslo, and next to the Clinical Hospital of Oslo. All of those structures use this laboratory, as well as Harvard and Cambridge and Oxford and many other structures in the world. So this laboratory, we just send blood to the laboratory. It's anonymous. Nobody knows that whose blood this is. It has a unique code. We get the reports, and now we see the actual situation. And well, we do more than one test. I will not talk about it today. It's going to be Thursday. But the most important of all of those tests is balance test, the fatty acid test. Now, my first test, of course, I said, my test is going to be good because I was taking omega-3 supplement before my first test in 2012. So it's been already 12 years since my first test was done. And it came out back red, 11-1. And that was a huge embarrassment for me. But I would say even bigger embarrassment for the production of those supplements that I was taking. Now, if you look deeper into the test, EPA is one of the most important of omega-3s. And I had minus 74% of EPA. Now, what would that mean visually? Imagine a car with 4 wheels on it, but only one of 4 wheels is with a tire. The rest 3 wheels are on the metal. And now I was trying to ride this so-called car, my body. And I had issues. I had pains in the back. I had pains in the joints. And I had asthma. My breathing was impaired. I had to take 4 different pharmaceuticals. And I was convinced by medical profession, being a doctor, that that's my future. I will be taking those pharmaceuticals for the rest of my life. But that was very far from the truth. So Norwegian scientists pricked my finger. They showed me the way how to fix this thing. And for the last 12 years, I'm not taking any of those pharmaceuticals because I have 0 symptoms and I don't have those back pains and joint pains. So I'm basically, I have received a new body. Now, you may think that, oh, that's one country or another is better. And that's actually true. Scandinavia is a little bit better in the tests. But the more south and west you go, the worse are the tests. Like Spain here, 22-1, Portugal, 18.8-1, Brazil, 19-1, United States, 22.7-1, and so on. So this is a worldwide problem. Now, the solutions today exist, but not everywhere. If you run after this lecture to the first pharmacy or to the first shop and buy an omega-3 supplement, then I will disappoint you, because if we retest you after 4 months of taking that supplement, your tests probably will come out red, or the best, they will be yellow, but not green. Now, if you start taking balance oil that now we as Zinzino expand throughout the world, then your test may come out fully green, or maybe you can even overdose, because this product is really functioning. So, and we produce the fiber for the gut, and we produce vitamins and micronutrients, and even saffron that is very good for those who want to sleep better and have a better mood. And so the solutions are here. The tests are here. Now, for those who don't want to test and don't want to take the solution, I have a warning, because the consequences are going to be 100%. It's not that 70% probability, 50-50. It's not 20, it's 100%. Those who will have omega-3 deficiency, they will get to the consequences in the end. And that's going to be nasty. That's not going to be nice for their end of life. So I don't recommend it to anyone on this planet to walk with a red test. So that's what I recommend. Don't guess about it, test it, and then take the products that really work. Or if you decide to take the products that don't work, retest yourself and find that out. Now, my second test was not yet all green. I was a bit embarrassed by that, but I was not very consistent because I was skeptical. I thought that was maybe a bit exaggerated or so. So I was taking the product, sometimes forgetting, sometimes not taking enough. So, but then I stepped up. I wanted to see what will happen. But even with the yellow test, my asthma was almost gone. But with the green test, now I feel completely at norm. I could probably even say that I feel better now at my 50s than when I felt when I was 30s and 40s. So we have many certificates. I will not go deeper into it. It's for all the age categories. My son, who is 3 years old today, he is consuming the balance oil since he was born in very large doses. And he already has 4 or 5 tests. I need to check, I forgot that, but he already has many tests made of his cells. That's how important this is, because we don't want to prick his fingers. Sometimes it takes days and days until we are ready for that. But we know that that's so important, so crucially important for his health. So we do that. And now it's 3 years of his life, and he has never seen an antibiotic, and he has never seen medication. He just took maybe 2 or 3 times ibuprofen for the fever. That's it. Now, well, for sport, we have many people in as a professional athletes. I was one of those, so I feel for them. That improves endurance, improves building muscles, and many, many other things. So many professional athletes, Olympic athletes, and national athletes are already using our products. So, but the most important is yet to come in this presentation, because now what I talked about was the company and how strong is the company and how well it is structured. And I talked about the products that you can help other people to get. But now it's the most important part, is you. How can you take part in this? What is the opportunity for you who is here as a guest? So let's begin with the business. And I want to invite my good friend now, Sven Gobel. I know you for a while now, Sven, and I'm always surprised and I'm always I respect you a lot, and I'm always surprised by how good you are at this profession. And I want to be a bit like you. So thank you so much for joining us today here, and please share the business part.
Thank you, my friend. This is very kind of you. When it comes to sports and your background, I actually want to be like you, you know. I just read your CV, what you sent me. I think it's worth mentioning. I mean, you have a black belt certified by one of the top Shihans or senseis, right?
Yes, that's
And you
correct.
competed, so that is very impressive. I only made it to the close to the brown belt in my career, but it was my third sports career. And also, since I'm a passionate skier, you have been racing downhill in the national team as well.
Yes, that's true.
So when it comes to sport, you definitely can do everything better than me, that's for sure. So maybe I can return something to you when it comes to building downlines. But I must honestly admit, your business, after these years you are within Zeno, is much stronger than my business at this point. Well, maybe this changes now because when we just onboard the French team, which is going crazy, and they are also coming in from the French island, things might change very quickly. And this is maybe before I go into the techniques on how to make money. This is very important to understand. We are at a very, very sensitive moment in time when it comes to Zinzino. This company is on the global radar. This company is skyrocketing. And whatever they did in turnover over the past 18 years combined, where not a single year was weaker than the previous year. So they've been growing year after year after year consecutively for 18 years. But what they've done in the first 16 years in turnover will now be doubled within only 2 years. It's last year and this year. And this is remarkable. We are going to hit $250 million. Soon we are going to hit $1 billion. This is going to be the next billion-dollar player in this industry because they've mapped out the future, they've cracked the code, and they've made it doable for all of us, okay? Very, very perfect timing. So listen well about how you can participate in all this thing. Good. This was the wrong one. This way. For you, for all of you who are not very familiar what kind of segment, what kind of business model this is, there's 4 simple models like Robert Kiyosaki has described in his book, The Cash Flow Quadrant. And I highly recommend you to read this book and also give it to your kids. Give it to your kids when they are teenagers. Mine read it when they were teenagers. They understood the basics of business and what to focus on. Because at the end of the day, we all want to be investors where we have enough cash flow and enough money that works for us and multiplies our income and creates wealth for us. It's all about wealth generation. It's not about making a lot of money. It's about wealth generation. That is the investor part on the right side of the quadrant. But in order to get there, you cannot just be an employee or self-employed because you have limited time, because you have a job or you own a job and you trade time for money. This is very limited. So you have to be a business owner, somebody who uses a system for duplication that is scalable multiple times, 10x, 100x. And this is exactly where our business model lies in. That's why so many part-time people who have limited time can still become over averagely successful, far more than they are probably in their main job. That is so interesting about the network marketing business. And now you might ask yourself, okay, but how can I become successful in something that I've never done before? I have actually no idea how I should start this business and what I should do. Well, first of all, you have somebody who told you about the business. These people have somebody who told them about the business, meaning you are part of a team. You are part of a team of experienced people who will help you every single day to get up and running. And next to that, you have all the digital support. We have digital marketing platform, we have landing pages, we have apps, we have videos like Zinzino TV, where we have our own video channel. And I like to use that because I became a little bit complacent. No, let's say complacent, but maybe efficient. Efficient in a way that I can answer most of the questions I'm getting with a video. So, for example, if you ask me a specific question on the product, and I don't want to go in that conversation so deep into that subject, but I feel the person needs to be educated, my answer is, hey, you know what? I will send you a video. And then watch the video in his own language or with subtitles, and he is there. And that is what I usually do. And we have all these videos on Zinzino.tv. So whenever after this presentation, go on the web, go to Sensino.tv and take some time and look at these videos. Also, we have an amazing manual called the Express Start, 260 pages. It guides you through almost everything that's needed for your daily business. So you have an amazing support system and you have amazing people who are supporting you. So don't be afraid of starting off this business and get going, because you are well embedded in a powerful team that is really and truly interested in your success. So now we get to the Sensino compensation plan. Actually, we make money by building a customer base, by selling the Sensino product to customers, by getting referrals. We have an own affiliate program for that when it comes to customer building. Also, customers can refer customers through our affiliate program and can ultimately get products for free for doing the referral. So we're very happy customers, because after a while, they are getting their products for free, which they like to consume every single month. And then, of course, we get paid by building a team of powerful partners who are spreading the message all around the world. So this makes us a perfectly balanced combination between network marketing, direct selling, social selling, because we can do a lot online and use the channels that are available. And that helps Sensino within about 2 decades. You know, we're going to celebrate our 20th anniversary with the company next year. Next year, Sensino is 20 years old, and hopefully $500 million turnover company at this point, yeah, with 30,000 active partners and up to 750,000 loyal customers. Now, if you do the math, you will see that it's a ratio between customers and partners from 25-1. And this tells you something. This should tell you that the product is loved by the people, it's embraced, should tell you that the product works, should tell you that people stay loyal on the product, and it's reasonably priced so they can afford it. Because other than that, you wouldn't get that kind of ratio. We have very loyal customers, and as Cash outlined, it's an amazing thing when it comes to your health. It all starts with omega-3 balance. Everything else is on top of that topic. And that's important to understand. I'm in the nutritional space in over 20 years. But what I didn't understand is what makes my cell membrane functionable. And it is the omega-3, omega-6 balance. So whatever I took in as top-level nutritional products, probably in the past didn't even reach my cells. It didn't get the proper nutrition into the cell, and my cells weren't also able to detox really well. So it's very important to set that straight first. And once this is set straight, then you can put a lot of great products on top of that. It's very important to know. So everybody who takes any kind of nutritional product is our friend and potential customer. Very easy to show it. And the timing is just perfect. I mean, we are between 500,000 and 1 million customers, and the vision is laid out. We're going to be at 20 million customers in 2035. And the goal is, the ultimate goal in 2050, we'll have 100 million customers. Remember, we have 8 billion people on the planet. 97% of them, almost all of them, have that problem. So reaching 100 million is still scratching the surface. But at this point where we have 100 million customers, we are a $40 billion a year company. That's the potential where we are. This is huge. This is huge. We have 2 plans. We have a customer career plan. It's all about collecting personal customer points. We always get a customer point once we put somebody on a subscription of a product. That's what we do. And then we can get our personal rebates up from 10% to 30%. We can also get fixed monthly payments. There's even a one-time payment of 10,000 once we reach the threshold of 100 personal customer points. When we reach 25, we get our starter pack reimbursed. So the money we put up for our initial starter pack, we get it back once we reach 25 customer points. That's an amazing concept. So in hindsight, we get the products for free. I show you in a minute how this works. The next one is, of course, we have the partner career plan that our founder, Orion Selly, shows here with all the career steps. And I'm not going to go into all the career steps. What I'm going to show you tonight is how to get started properly. And everything else from that moment will unfold so that you can climb up these impressive career ranks like all the team and all the people in our team did with an amazing success due to the course of just only 2 years. So your step number 1, become your first and best customer. Get these products in your hands. Get them in your hands to study them, to try them, not to eat it up, but to try them and to share them with people. And we recommend you to buy the Ultimate Partner Kit, because that's what you get the money back for. You buy it, actually you put a deposit to Zinzino for a year for the price, you get the products, you can use them, you can sell them, you can share them, you get people on the test, don't even need to charge them because you got it for free as well in hindsight, right? And once you have 25 people on subscription or 25 people on a product subscription, can be less than 25 people, just need to be 25 products actually on subscription, then you get your products in months 12 reimbursed. That's a great concept. Yeah, we call it the refund campaign. Ask your sponsor how this works and get started properly. That's your step number one. This takes not more than 10 minutes. Step number two, while you check out, in the checkout process, activate your Zinzino for free monthly auto order. Because what I just told you about the customers, that they can get their products for free when they refer other customers, the same applies to us partners. So once we build our customer base with the customer compensation plan, automatically by sharing the test, getting people on the oil, seeing that they failed the test, they get nervous, they want to get on the product, so easy to build customers. Once we got 4 customers, our Zinzino for free is actually for free. So it's very, very simple to get a free product on top of everything. And then the next step is, first step, get your 4 customer points, get 4 subscription of the product. We recommend you to do that step even yourself, because you got to be your long-term best and most loyal customer. It always starts with you, lead by example, and that's why you should get on the 4 products and do the 4 customer points yourself. And then what we do is we just duplicate a simple system. And this system we call 2+4. That is what we duplicate. Let me share just 4 simple steps. We call it the fast start phase of 120 days with you, how this works. And you will see how easy it is to get the very first 2,500 euros up to 3,800 euros actually in your pocket when you start, just by following these simple 4 steps. Here's step number 1. First 30 days. It's exactly what I just told you. You start with your starter pack. Perfect. If you want to optimize it, take the Ultimate Pack. That's going to be refunded to you anyways. Activate your Zinzino for free. It's just a click. Do your 4 customer points. Do that as your auto subscription for yourself, basically, or do it inside your family. Do it with your friends. Do it with your patients. Do it with whoever you want to put on the products. Doesn't matter. You can do it yourself. Then you have completed the first step, and you already get a €100 bonus for that, plus 10% of cash bonus. That's your first step. Well, you don't need 30 days for that. You need actually 30 minutes for that. Okay? Step number 2, 60 days. Let's say we can do it in 6. Now you start to talk about the opportunity. You have one person who does what you do, a second person who does what you do. They start with the starter pack, they activate the Zinzino for free, and they do the 4 customer points. And once you have done that and completed that, you get another 400 euros in fast start bonuses. So that makes it add up to 500 already, just by having shown 2 people what you have done. Just simple duplication. And then together you help in step number 3. You have 90 days to complete that. Okay, we can do it in 9 days. We can do it so much faster because you have the money in your pocket so much earlier. If you help your 2 now to find their 2 and show them how they can make the 500 euros, and you complete that together with them, you will get another 1,200 euro fast start bonus when this is completed. So it is adding up to 1,700 euros, which is already much more than you put aside for your Ultimate Pack. So you have a return on invest within less than a month. So it's no risk. It's a super easy, super great opportunity to get started with. And then step number 4, just upgrade your 4 customer points to 10 customer points. This will happen automatically when you talk about the product. You will have people who want the product. You have 10 tests. You have 10 oils. You can get 10 customers very easily. And that will give you another 150 X-Team bonuses, 150 euros. And you are sitting at 850 at this point. So together with the other bonuses from the compensation plan that you would unlock automatically while this fast start phase happens, you will end up with 2,500 euros in, what did I say? Was it 9 days? Is it 10 days? You have 120 days time for it. You can take less. It's up to you. It's easy. It's an easy process. It is just this model here. That's actually your key cut for duplication. That is the one we use. And you don't need to understand how this technically works. You just You just advertise, you just talk about this. You're just excited about it and share it with people you like so that they can see the opportunity too for themselves and decide whether they want to become your customer because they need to get in balance, or even take this opportunity around the world together with you. Technically, it's just follow the donuts. For each step, you have a donut that you can unlock. As you can see here, the third donut is still locked, because if you did not find your two yet, you cannot help your two find their two. So if you have your two and the second donut would be green, then the third one unlocks magically, automatically, and you can complete the task for having the 2,500 euros in your pocket. And if you help enough people to follow the same Fast Start program, you will see that you will build a huge left team and a huge right team. And with that, all other bonuses will unlock. If you want to just not watch the cockpit, but if you want to open the hood and understand the engine, just read the 64-page Zinsino compensation plan manual. It's comprehensive, but it's a technical read, right? If you want to do it, feel free to do it. If not, just watch the donuts in the cockpit and follow them, and your business will thrive. On top of that, we don't just have career ranks and commissions. We also have phone bonuses and car bonuses that are paid every month, like 200 euro on top, 1,000 euro on top. And we have these amazing trips. We have these amazing trips that I'm going to show you in a second. Let me just click there. Cash was there as well. Wasn't that amazing? I mean, we were in Lanzarote with 600 people in a 5-star resort. And whenever Zinsino once a year does that director trip, they are going to hire and reserve the entire resort. So there were 600 people in this resort. There was no other guests. It was just us, Zinsino, with an amazing program. We had an educational program, we had leisure program, we had parties, we had gala dinners, we had everything. And it was fun. It was fun. Excursions, everything was there. The next one is next year in Phuket. We're going to go to Phuket for a week in a 5-star resort. Angsana Laguna Phuket. Google it. That's where we're going to be. And we have it exclusive for us again. What an amazing trip to look forward to. And you can still qualify, ask your sponsor how to do it. And those who get to a higher rank, they get invited another time every year, which is in fall then, which is the very elite, luxurious ambassador trip. And for the ambassador trip this year, we are going to be in a leading hotel of the world, close to Marbella, in Andalusia. That's going to be stellar, and that's the top of the tops traveling there. Approximately 50, 60, 70 people who reach at least the rank of Black Crown or higher. And this is the hardcore circle of leaders who, together with the company, and the management use these trips to shape the future. It's crazy. So it's not just about cash flow. It's not just about money. It's about creating a life for what you don't need a vacation anymore, because it is like a vacation. Yes, we do work hard, but we love what we do. Doesn't feel like work, feels like an amazing opportunity. And to be honest, we have a mission to fulfill. We have to carry this message around the world, inspire change in life, get people healthy, get them in balance, and everything else will fall into place. Now remember, there's this nice gentleman that Cash mentioned in the very beginning. He said that in order to create a $1 billion opportunity, you have to identify a serious problem that affects a lot of people. We have identified a problem that affects 97% of mankind all around the globe. Huge, huge. Second, find or create an efficient and cost-effective solution to this problem. We have a solution that within 120 days can get 95% for less than 40 euros back in balance. And we are ahead of times and ahead of competition. If you want to know how healthy the company is, go to Investor Relations, download the year report, the quarterly report. We are publishing numbers regularly, press releases regularly. Just this weekend, we acquired another company which will add to the growth, because not only people want to join Zinsino, not only leaders with the organizations want to join Zinsino, entire companies want to become part of the Zinsino family and help us to spread this message around the world. It's amazing what's happening in this company. You couldn't be at any better time. And if you look at the first 20 months that we have had in our organization, less than 2 years, We created a lot of ranks inside the compensation plan with the monthly average earnings displayed here. We have, in the meantime, over 200 people making over 5,000 a month. We have over 50 people doing 10,000 a month. It's crazy what has happened. It works. And the question is, does it also work for you? If yes, make sure you reserve your seat, that yellow chair. Everyone else in the blue seats is going to be your supporter. They're going to help you. They're going to support you. You decide. You are in the front row. So please, let's get your dream come true. All the best. Wonderful greetings from Switzerland and see you soon.